Yeah, I'm gonna work hard, play hard. Yeah, I play my first card, ace hard. Yeah, they know I play smart, play hard. We don't have the same start. We don't.
What's up, guys? Back again with another video. Today we're going to talk about what we're going to do with the Demon. As you see in the title, we're thinking about adding a 100 shot, 150 shot of nitrous to the Demon. I ran a 150 shot on my Scat Pack when I had it, and it was flawless. Just a 150 shot with no tune, and did a wet kit with a plate kit, and it was flawless. I never had any issues with it. So what do you think? Should we spray the Demon? We'd be the first one on YouTube here to put nitrous to the Demon. I know SRT Mush and other YouTubers, Hennessy, they're doing pulley, they're changing the pulley on it to try to get more boost. But instead of messing with all that, why not just add a quick 150 shot of nitrous to this thing? This is one of the bottles I had from my Scat Pack. We just had it in here, sizing it up, seeing where we'd want to put the bottle. So all this talk on the web of people saying the Demon isn't what it was cracked up to be, the Demon won't run 965 in the quarter, all this stuff I've been seeing. I just want to say, first off, the Demon owners that have got their Demons down in Texas and Tennessee and the southern states or mountainous states where the DA is terrible, like Kevin Van Boris, SRT Mush, all them guys. They're all running their Demons in, high DA. So it's not breathing, it's not getting the, full potential of the car. So once us up here in Michigan in the, colder weather, less of a DA, once we get 500 miles on our cars and start putting, once we put the 840 horsepower PCM in there and actually go out and test, we are going to run that number. Now, I don't think it's going to take nitrous. I don't think it's going to take a pulley and a tune. I think with the 840 PCM and a well-prepped track, this car will run 960s all day long. So yeah, like I mentioned in many of my videos, the weather here in Michigan has been just terrible. This is the longest winter we've ever had. It's still, it's 61 in the garage here, but no, it's like 40 degrees out. Today's finally a nice day to where it's sunny and it's still windy and cold. The roads are still cold. The roads are still salty and dirty from the winter. They haven't gone through and street sweep the road, so it is shitty, and it's killing us to have the car sitting in the garage and not driving them. But we're gonna get out this weekend and do some testing. We need to get 500 miles here on the Demon. So we can go out and test this thing. So yeah, us along with a few other Demons from Michigan are gonna rent out a track here, a local track, probably mid-May once it's, in the 70s, the track temps are good, the air temps are good, and we're gonna prep the track from A to B. When I say that, I mean we're gonna have a guy come out and prep the track from point A to point B, just like Dodge did when they ran the 965 in the Demon. So once we put the new PCM in the car and get 500 miles on the car and we go to the track, we're going to do a couple test hits, try out the 60 foot, try out different tire pressures, test, make sure we have the right combination in the car, the right suspension settings, the right, traction settings, and we're going to go out there and we're going to try to run that number. I honestly don't think that we will have trouble getting in the 9s in this car with a good DA and a prepped track. That's another thing that I've been seeing online and on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, other YouTubers with Demons, they're running on non-prepped tracks or very poorly prepped tracks. They're spinning, they're just not prepped tracks. So we're going to make sure that we have our track prepped from point A to point B so we can make a solid pass down there. There'll be at least 3 Demons that I know of going to do this, so we're going to try to run that number. Another thing I wanted to mention is I've been seeing a lot of videos going around YouTube and Facebook and on different forums and whatnot of, you know, these demons losing from a roll race against Hellcats, ZL1s. I mean, this car is not built for a roll car. It's a dig car. It's got 309 gears. It's made for a dig. I will say that this car against my Hellcat, which we're going to do a video on here soon, I will say that it is, you know, it all depends on the driver. A lot of these guys, and I'm not being stereotypical at all, but a lot of the guys that have their demons so far, I don't want to say don't know how to drive, but what I want to say is they don't know what gear to be in when taking off from a 40 roll. It all depends on what gear you're in. It all depends on the speed you're rolling at when you take off. There's a whole bunch of different parameters that you have to make sure. It all depends on what your custom tune is, you know, with all these different parameters. So all I gotta say is these guys on the YouTube that are losing to cars they shouldn't be losing to from a roll, it's all in the driver, honestly, and it's all in experience. If you've never owned a Hellcat before owning a Demon, you really don't know and understand the shift points, the transmission, the power levels in here. You really don't. I mean, it takes a lot of time to practice these cars and, you know, practice your 0 to 60, practice your 40 rolls, your 60 rolls. You got to know what gear to be in, what RPM to launch at. It's all that plays a factor in roll racing, dig racing. You can't just hop in a car and think it's automatic and just, you know, put the pedal to the metal. I mean, you gotta really, you know, understand what you're working with here, and you gotta respect this car too. You gotta respect the power it has. I mean, that's a lot of power and a lot of torque to be out just messing around. And like I said from seeing those videos, it's kind of embarrassing seeing that this car, you know, you know, ZL1 smoked a Demon, or, you know, like Street Speed 717, his McLaren. Well, no shit, that car is, you know, all carbon fiber. It weighs well over 1,500 pounds less than this car. I mean, that car from a roll should beat this car. Power to weight ratios, everything. I mean, you could take a Vet that weighs 3,200 pounds with 580 horsepower and beat a Hellcat at 700 horsepower because the Hellcat weighs 4,600 pounds. So it's all in power to weight ratio. So yeah, like I said, just wait till we get 500 miles on this car. Once we get our 840 horsepower PCM in the car, we're going to be out. We're going to be testing at different tracks with different temperatures, different track temps, you know, we're going to make sure that the tracks are prepped and from point A to point B. That way we get a solid pass down through there. And so my main focus on this video is telling you guys that there's going to be quite a few Demons with the right track prep on stock tires, the Nitto NT05R drag radials that come on the car. On the 840 PCM, we're going to run in the 9s. I know there's going to be a few of us up here with good DA in Michigan on a good prep track that will run that 965 number or better. I honestly don't think that Nitrous or a pulley or a tune on top of the 840 PCM will, you know, I don't think that's necessary to run 9s. I really don't. I feel like this car that was proven by Dodge on a prepped track from A to B, I feel that this car will run 960s. So I want to be one of the first cars to run that number. And like I said, all we got to do is wait for this weather to clear up. Hopefully the last of the snow went through a couple days ago. Hopefully we won't be receiving any more of that. And hopefully Mother Nature will work out in our favor and we can get out to these tracks and do some testing. So I just wanted to cover a few things on that for you guys today. Sorry the video's short and doesn't really talk about much, but you know, what do you think? Should we put a 100 shot on here? I mean, it was flawless on my Scat Pack when I ran it. Just a wet kit, you know, plate system. And I mean, I already have the bottle and a couple other, you know, accessories to make this work. All I got to get is the plate and a couple other things to make it work on the Demon. And, you know, we would be one of the first Demons on Nitrous. What do you guys think? Comment below what you think. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you browse the channel and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Peace.